Okay, in this video we're going to look at motion blur. Motion blur makes everything look more awesome when it's moving. Okay, see the top one, motion blur, bottom one, boring, no motion blur. Let's go and learn how to do that in After Effects. Okay, to add motion blur, I'm just going to get my playhead so it's kind of around the icon exploding part of my timeline. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Okay, move along. I want to get in close enough. There we go. I'm going to play it. At the moment it's quite vectory. Okay, we want to add some motion blur, and you're going to remember the first part, which is, see this little icon here, this little worm looking thing, that's the motion blur column. Okay, within that column I'm going to turn on this layer here. So we'll work on the house first. What we might do is turn the eyeball off on the circle burst. You'll notice that it's not shape layer 1 anymore. I renamed it circle burst, okay, in between videos just because. Okay, to rename a layer, you right click it and say rename. So icon 1, and what I'm going to do, you turn it on and nothing changes. Okay, what you need to do is turn on the master switch, which is this one. So what you can do is you have the master switch turned on, and then you can decide each layer that you would like have motion blur, which ones you don't. Just remember to turn them both on. And let's have a preview. Okay, and I guess it's a little hard to see, but when I slow it down, going slowly, can you see? It's blurring when it's moving fast, like it would do when you're videoing it with a regular camera. It adds a bit of life to it. So I turn it off, sharp. That, blurry. That's one of the big differences between using something like this to do your animation and Adobe Animate. Adobe Animate doesn't allow you to do blur very well. Okay, this more motion blur is a really nice way to add life to icons. So that's good for that one. Let's turn it off and turn the eyeball on for the starburst, and do the same thing. Turn the blur on, give it a preview, and just give it a look. Just looks good while it's moving fast, being blurry. Okay, so let's turn them both on. Combination, motion blur, awesome. So pretty much anytime I animate anything, I make sure I turn the master switch on and then turn on the specific layers. And that, my friends, is motion blur. The first of our animation tips. Let's go and look at some more.